Hi everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video, and this is another project for Scrap FX. So again, I'm playing in the Kraft junk journal kit, and I'm going to be using one of the new paper pockets from Scrap FX. This is the Daisy one, I think, that I'm using here, and I'm going to be working on this tag as well. So there's the little vellum pocket that's going to be put onto my page. So I'm starting off adding some paint onto my background. This is Buff, I think, from Dina Wakley Media. Just giving my brush a clean and a dry, and just swooping a bit of that paint onto this tag. So I wanted to start off with quite a neutral colour, because I wasn't entirely sure where this was going to head to start off with. Knew I wanted to use the vellum pocket, but wasn't really sure how I was going to do that. So then I decided I would use this stencil. This is called Daisy Flowers. It's also from Scrap FX, and I'm using some magenta paint with that. Actually, no, that's a lie. I'm using permanent red violet light from Amsterdam Acrylic. I saw the magenta over on the left and got very confused there. So I'm just putting that through the stencil, and then once that's dry, move on to the next bit. So then I'm using sage, and I'm adding some green into the centre of the flowers. And also using a little bit of magenta, which is a slightly lighter shade than the permanent red violet light from Amsterdam Acrylic, and just adding a little bit of lighter colour onto those petals. Then using a Posca pen, I'm just adding some dots into the centre of those flowers as well, just for a little bit of contrast. So then this is the Vision stencil. This is also from Scrap FX. I really like this because of the size of the text on it. So it's great for adding a little bit of text onto your backgrounds. So I'm using that with a little bit of, I think it's Rosy, because I wanted that to be definitely in the background. So Rosy worked quite well on that neutral colour that I put on there first. Then I'm using my double-sided tape gun and just adding it to just the little flaps on this vellum pocket. And then that's going to be stuck onto my tag. It's so pretty. This would also have worked quite well on a black background, actually. Then on my tag, I'm going to go in and use the same colour again. Actually, no, that's carnation and magenta, so I'm going in with a kind of pinky colour here to start off with, and some sage as well. So I'm trying to link the page and the tag together too, and then going again in with the same stencil and adding some stenciling. Then I'm adding some dots using this bright fluorescent pink pen from Molotow. It's a Molotow pen. I've found it really hard recently to get my hands on a fluorescent pink Posca pen, so I was just trying out different types of pen. This one seems to be quite good, actually. So this is just a text stamp from Archival Ink, and it's in a sort of pinky orangey colour. So I'm just adding a little bit of text onto that stamp, onto the tag as well. Then I'm adding some black to the edges of the tag too. That's just to give it a little bit of an accent there. Next, I am adding in one of the botanical squares from Scrap FX, which is new for this month, and I'm just pushing down the backs of my staples just so I don't catch my fingers on those in future. Then I'm using a quote from the Typeface Flowers collage sheet. This is on like a white cardstock, so this is really useful for adding quotes and things to pages and tags. And I'm just going to stick this in place using some glue. So this is just some clear glue that I've got in a fine applicator tip bottle. Just makes it really, really easy for doing things like this, where it's a little bit more precise. Don't have to get the glue stick out and get glue everywhere. So it's quite useful for things like this, definitely. Then I'm just going in and doing a little bit of mark making on my tag as well. And then I'm going to add a bit of a border around the text on my tag as well, just to help that stand out a little bit from the background, just to pop it out. I'm just using an ordinary gel pen for this. And then adding some more marks too. Then using my Signo Uniball in white, I'm just adding some Islamic writing onto the side of my tag, a little bit of journaling, just to finish off the page. Then I've just got a little bit of recycled sari in the form of ribbon, just to put into the top of my tag. And then that's going to sit in that little vellum pocket. So I hope you've enjoyed watching me create this smaller journal page with a pocket. These vellum pockets are really cute. They've other designs as well. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.